Alright guys, I'll admit, I'm on a Zelda binge. I blame it on Age of Calamity, okay? It made me want to get back into Breath of the Wild, and revisiting it on the Switch has been such a pleasant experience. There were a lot of things about the game that I didn't appreciate the first time I had experienced it. For one, I really forgot how enjoyable it is to explore Breath of the Wild's world. The way exploration was crafted is truly genius, because it gives you so much freedom to do, well, whatever the hell you want. Re-experiencing the game has left me wanting more, and it got me thinking about what things do I want put into Breath of the Wild 2, or maybe even taken out from, Breath of the Wild 1. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this. Let's talk about the top 5 things that I want done in Breath of the Wild 2 that could really take Zelda to the next level. Number 1. I want shrines to make a comeback. I loved shrines in the first Breath of the Wild. They really encouraged you to search every nook and cranny of the world, and the reward for doing them was definitely worth it. Health and stamina upgrades? Here, take another 20 orbs from me, I don't care. Every shrine was different from the previous one, and each contained their own unique puzzles. In one shrine, you might be using gyroscope controls, looking like an idiot, getting this stupid ball through the maze. Oh my, come on, you piece of... In another, you'll be playing freaking golf, trying to get a hole-in-one, and you ain't using no golf club. However, I'm not sure how they'll be able to bring them back while keeping in tandem with the story. Shrines were built to train Link in order to take on Calamity Ganon, but now that Ganon is gone, what would the point of the shrines be? Of course, they're probably just gonna pull the whole, oh, you just sealed Ganon's aura, the real Ganon's under Hyrule Castle, baby. But how would the Sheikah, the ones who built the shrines, have known about that? Small gripe, but I'm sure the devs will figure something out. Number 2. A change in Breath of the Wild's weapon system. Combat in Breath of the Wild was pretty solid. There were some cool systems like the Flurry Rush, slowdown mechanic with the bow and arrow, and how dynamic those runes could make the combat as well. But man, every time I broke a weapon, it ruined the combat for me. I was like, well, there goes that cool ass sword I worked so hard to get. Jesus. Now I gotta use this garbage, wooden, rusty ass weapon because it's the only thing I could find. Oh god, it broke. The Master Sword friggin' breaks after cutting down 5 trees. Are you kidding me? At least it recharges, thank God. I really think the durability needs to be increased for pretty much all weapons, or maybe even a complete rework of the entire system would be better. I hope the devs do something to change things with how the weapon system worked in Breath of the Wild. Number 3. More side quests with better rewards. In Breath of the Wild, I felt that a lot of the rewards for doing side quests were absolutely worthless. Go gather this thing for me. Oh, okay, will do. And then all I get for it is a couple rupees? Other Zelda games had much better rewards for doing side quests than Breath of the Wild. That is one thing I can say for absolute certainty. I mean, where's the upgrade to your spin attack? Or new sword mastery moves like in Twilight Princess? That was awesome. Or just general items like the grappling hook or the iron boots? Give me something, come on! I know Breath of the Wild tried to make up for that shortcoming with the runes, but as cool as those were, to have to use those for the entire game was a bit disappointing. Number 4. More variety within its dungeons. Don't get me wrong, the Divine Beast dungeons were pretty cool. Moving the boss around to get to different parts of it to activate the terminals and all that stuff, that wasn't a bad idea. But when I compare it to previous Zeldas, I could have used some more variety. Just look at Ocarina of Time's dungeons. In one, you're going into a freaking tree, making your way up it. In the next, you're in a volcano dodging lava from these weird robot eye things and laser beams. And meanwhile, in Breath of the Wild, all 4 of the dungeons look exactly the same. They're just in different forms of animal. Breath of the Wild's dungeons are like friggin' animal crackers. You eat like 5 of them and you're like, oh god, I'm sick of this. While you got Ocarina of Time over here, they're like Chex Mix. You never get sick of Chex Mix. Come on, guys. You know you like Chex Mix. And finally, number 5, the Paraglider. Please keep that in Breath of the Wild. I need that. I need it. Don't take it away. That was one of the best things about Breath of the Wild. Jumping off a tower and gliding to your next destination is one thing I will never forget about that game. Oh man, that was incredible. I hope that makes a return in Breath of the Wild too. And that's it for my list. Of course, there are a ton of other changes that I would want to happen, and more things that I would want to return, like the cooking mechanic, for instance. I love doing that, seeing all the different recipes you can make and the extra hearts, because, whoo, you took a lot of damage in that game. But I think it's time to hear what you guys have to say. What are some things you'd like to see in Breath of the Wild 2? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's discuss, shall we? Also, like and subscribe, guys. You know the drill, or Breath of the Wild 2 ain't coming out until 2022. Come on, guys, that rhymed it. You gotta like and subscribe now. Are you kidding me?